Bruce Wilbridge, the North Saskatchewan, tells stories of sport in the breadbasket of the land, where under the big sky, tall tales and great feats are at the very foundation of the prairie's historic mystique. Saskatoon fashioned Mr. Hockey. Gordie Howe wore number 9. Diane Jones-Konahosky gave rise to Commonwealth fame from here. The last man from Saskatchewan to win the Brier, Rick Folk, is a legend in this town. So is Katrina LeMay-Doan, who sped to greatness from these fields. Coming of age in Saskatoon, we are at a crossroads for the best gymnasts in the land as we present the Canadian Championships on CBC. Hello, everyone. I'm Scott Russell, along with Laurie Strong-Ballard. And Laurie, today it doesn't matter whether you work the balance beam or the pommel horse. Time is at hand for all of these athletes.
Many of these athletes, this will be one of the most intense, high-pressure summers of their career, and they need to start to peak right here at the National Championships. Even though it's not a direct qualifier, this is a great opportunity for them to showcase their specialties and to prove to the national head coaches that they should be on the Pan American and World Championship teams. And if they need any more incentive, talk about pride. Winning a national title on an event or several events is truly a special accomplishment and a goal of every single athlete here.
All right, how about the men? What a cast of characters. Any way you slice it, Laurie, these fellas are world class.
World class is right, and one of the biggest names here is Kyle Schufelt. He's had an incredible year this year, picking up his 5th World Cup medal, including a gold on floor. Many of the top officials are touting him as one of the best ever performers on floor in the world. Another big name here is Alexander Jelkov. We have to mention him. He was the 99 World Championship silver medalist on high bar, and once again, that's his event. He scored a 9.8 in the all-around competition to qualify here. Another score like that will guarantee him the national title, and if he can repeat that performance in August, possibly Canada's first ever gold medal at a World Championships.
This is not to mention the grand old man of Canadian gymnastics, Richard Aikita of Abbotsford, British Columbia. He has now competed at 18 national championships, and Richard won his 3rd individual all-around title in a row here in Saskatoon. We'll see him in today's show. But how about the women? It's a new group now, and they have to carry the torch.
And a youngster everyone is excited about is Gail Mackey. She has made a huge splash her first senior season, winning the all-around title and qualified to 3 events here. Many are touting her as the next Kate Richardson, and just like Kate, she's strong on bars and beam. We're going to see some unique elements from her there, showing off her flexibility and unique dance elements, highlighted by some incredible difficulty on that event. And 2 other youngsters who are making a big bang right now, Kylie Stone and Melanie Banville. Kylie is one of the most powerful gymnasts in the country, very strong on vault, but she's going to see some tough competition from Melanie on the other power event, floor exercise. Both these girls come in with great confidence after a successful all-around competition and great success internationally this year.
Laurie, for all of these athletes, the Olympic dream is just over a year away. How do they get there? To partially answer that question, let's join Kim Babbage.
Thanks very much, Scott. Athletes coming out of this event will go on to a world trial that will determine the makeup of Canada's team going to the World Championships in Anaheim in August. A top 12 finish there will allow Canada to send a team to the Olympic Games in Greece in 2004. But first, Canada will have to hold an Olympic trial to determine the makeup of that team going to the Games.
And one of the best bets for the Olympic Games is Kyle Schufelt. So is Alexander Jelkov, a favorite to get on that team. Brandon O'Neill wants to get there from the Capital City Gym Club in Edmonton, and he is the defending national floor champion.
Oh, opening with a big combination pass there, ending with a front double twist. He holds it inbounds. We're going to see another combination pass here. They're looking for 1.2 in bonus, and this pass right there gives them 5/10. Brandon's in a tough position, competing first. He is the defending national champion, but quite often that first competitor, the scores are a little bit tighter.
Very ambitious athlete, was the reserve team member at the Commonwealth Games in Manchester, just 19 years old, wants to get to the top and be with that national team in Anaheim.
It's a requirement there, an Arabian style element or a side summy style element. His last pass is big. There it is, double twisting, double back, amazing. That's an E-level skill right there at the end of the routine. What a strong performance first up.
Very experienced national team, Brandon O'Neill. Just 1 year on that team. Here's another look at his pass.
He's such a powerful athlete. His strengths are the floor exercise and vault. Beautiful combination there. Take a look at the second pass, that 5/10 of bonus. 2.5 twist. He over-rotates it slightly, so his front is a little long, but he sets his direction nicely into the full and holds it in bounds. Great job.
Tough to be first out of the gate. Judges tend to make their scores move up as the competition progresses, but a 9.75 is a huge accomplishment for Brandon O'Neill. Now, this guy, Kyle Schufelt, has all the credentials in the world from Altitude Gymnastics in Calgary, Alberta, and coached by Kelly Manjack. Lori, we talked about world class. He's made his mark.
And he's really developing into a mature athlete. You can see he's physically mature now, he's mentally mature, and he has the polish. He does 4 elements in combination, and he's out of bounds. That's so tough to keep it in bounds when you're doing 4 elements. It's going to be a tough mistake right there. 1/10 of deduction for that out of bounds. Got a few unique elements like the full twisting down to support position. You can see the polish and the experience here in the small elements, the little details. Beautiful toe point, nice straight legs, similar to another floor great, Alexei Nemov from Russia.
Coming up to the conclusion of this routine, gold medalist floor exercise from the Commonwealth Games.
Same pass we saw Brandon do, the double twisting, double back, small hop. He holds it in bounds there. A few deductions, and I think that out of bounds is going to be tough. That 1/10 could hurt him.
There's the coach, Kelly Manjack.
Taking a look at that middle pass, 2.5 front layout, front 1.5, very clean, no deductions there, and big bonus. And of course, the huge finish with the double twisting, double back. That's an E-level skill. He'll pick up 2/10 of bonus right here. Just a small hop on the landing. I know those are the small details he's going to be looking to perfect before the World Championships.
Got a long way to go. He's got to catch a 9.75 by Brandon O'Neill, and Kai Schufelt won't get there. 9.6 for Kyle on the floor X.
One of the only athletes doing 4 elements in a row, simply not enough room on the floor. He had to set the direction into that last element to keep it in bounds.
All right, last man to catch Brandon O'Neill, the veteran Alexander Jeltkov out of Quebec.
2.5 front full, that 5/10 bonus, first pass. Alexander's event is high bar, but he's also very good on this event. His difficulty isn't quite as high as Kyle's or Brandon's, but he's clean. There's not very many deductions.
Known as Sasha, really known for his routine on the high bar. As you mentioned at the top of the show, Lori, he won a silver medal at the World Championships in 1999. That was in China. But he's become a better all-around gymnast.
All of these athletes are really working hard to try to be strong on all 6 events. Really helps their chances of qualifying and making the World and Pan American teams if they can contribute on more than a couple events. Final pass, double twist, a little weak in the difficulty, but you can't deduct anything there. 9.5 start value on this routine.
Alexander Jeltkov, 25 years old, originally born in Soviet Georgia, now lives in Montreal.
Again, that first pass, combination of 3 elements, 2.5 front to a front full. But this is where he really shines in the routine. Take a look at his toe points and his legs. Beautiful amplitude in his flares to the pirouette, back down to flares. Showing it off with a beautiful split finish.
Well, the optimistic note, 3 nice floor routines by the Canadian gymnasts. 9.3 is the score for Alexander Jeltkov, and that means that the Edmonton native, Brandon O'Neill, will defend his national championship on the floor with a 9.75. Kyle Schufelt, a 9.6. Alexander Jeltkov, as we said, a 9.3. with the 19-year-old Brandon O'Neill. Let's go downstairs and join Kim Babbage.
You went first. How much pressure did you feel watching all of your other competitors go after you, waiting to see what the final result would be?
Well, not too much pressure because I did a good routine and I knew I'd be among the top. So it was just sit back and relax, and they have to beat me, so there was no pressure on me.
Brandon O'Neill tumbles out of Wild Rose Country to take the floor X. Coming up next, the women will soar on the vault as we return to the national championships in Saskatoon. Along the shore of the North Saskatchewan River in Saskatoon, spring is in full swing as we continue our coverage of the Canadian Gymnastics Championships from the Saskatoon Fieldhouse. And now the women's vault. This is Melanie Banville and Lori. The women will have 2 vaults. They'll average the score for a total.
They must perform them from different families. Here's the Yurchenko layout, 1.5. Big difficulty on this vault. It has a 9.7 FIG start value, 9.9 a Canadian model start value. A little overpowered on the landing. Sometimes at the beginning of a competition, this is their first event. They have a lot of adrenaline. You can see that causing a little bit of a problem here on the landing, but a strong vault.
9.325, her first score. She's a 15-year-old out of the Ottawa Gymnastics Center.
Oh, nails the landing. Yurchenko half on, front tuck landing. Beautiful job there on her second vault.
Junior champion in 2001, Melanie Banville.
Squares this up nicely onto the horse, knows exactly where that landing is, and that's a tough landing. It's a blind landing. Her awareness is very good. Nailing the landing, not a lot of deductions there, although the start value will be a lower than her first vault.
Now we'll get an average score after the second mark.
And Scott, they're not going to be so worried about a good second vault. They just need a strong first vault to be successful as a team at Worlds.
9.237, and Lori Canada is also helping to raise the bar in terms of skill development.
At the start of the new quadrennium, Gymnastics Canada came up with a set of rules, regulations, and bonuses to encourage the athlete to throw the bigger difficulty. Some of the key components we'll see being used. The handspring front layout will be out of a 9.8. Any vault with a FIG start value of over a 9.7 will get 0.2 bonus. If they stick their landing, they'll get an extra 10th. Which
will be the goal of Kylie Stone. First vault now for her.
What a powerful vaulter she is. Yurchenko half on, half back pike. Again, this is a 9.7 FIG start value, so for this competition, she will be scored out of a 9.9. Clean vault.
16-year-old competes out of the Stampede City Gym Club in Calgary.
Round off onto the board, half onto the horse. She blocks with a half. Good position in the air, a little bit flat on the height.
Competed at the Commonwealth Games in Manchester for Canada. 9.35, the first vault for Kylie.
Second vault, an explosive Yurchenko layout full. She could easily increase the difficulty on that. I'm sure something that she is working on in the gym to a 1.5 twist, perhaps.
Tremendous upper body strength. Strength all around for Kylie Stone. Great look at the in-run.
This new quadrennium also introduced this new style of vault, and we're seeing more and more of these Yurchenko-style vaults. The larger surface area enables them to get a good, strong block. So we're seeing some increased difficulty on this event.
9.125 for Kylie Stone. That's the average, and leaves her behind Banville. Now, this is Ashley Peckett representing Ontario, ready for her first vault.
This is traditionally one of Ashley's best events. Yurchenko half front layout, a lower start value than what she's capable of. She fractured her ankle at Elite Canada in December and is still coming back. They're taking it a little bit slow because they know that they have a tough summer ahead of them, a very demanding summer in terms of competition, trials, training camps. So they're going easy here, taking the lower start value, only a 9.4. She's capable of the 9.7 start value that we saw from Kylie.
9.05, she's 19 years old. The senior gymnast in the field, Melanie Banville, already has a 9.237 average, and she is the leader of the competition. Ashley, there's her coach, Alex Bard. She competes for Gymnastics Mississauga.
Different style of vault, handspring front pike, nice landing. Competed this much better than I saw her do it in warm-up. Again, the start value is only a 9.4, lower than both Melanie and Kylie's start values. But she's so clean, her technique is nice, so there's not a whole lot of deductions that can be taken on these vaults. Legs glued together in the air, nice landing.
Gets the landing done. Efficient second vault for Ashley Peckett, the 19-year-old. Waiting for her average score. She started with a 9.05, and she will repeat that performance on her second vault for a 9.05 average, which means Melanie Banville wins the gold medal on the vault for the women. She's congratulated there by her coach, Lori Giroulo. And there are the results. Melanie Banville, the gold medal. Kylie Stone is second. Ashley Peckett is third in the vault competition for the women. And as we said, a new group trying to make their mark here at the Canadian Championships. And right now, let's go down to the new champion and Kim Babbage.
Congratulations, Melanie. You've come a long way in the last year. How does it feel to be national champion?
It's great. It's such a good feeling. Compared to last year, I just boosted up my confidence so much, and it's helped so much this year.
When we come back, the men ride the pommel horse, one of the most difficult events in gymnastics. Getting ready to ride the horse, and this is the Maritimer, 23-year-old David Kikuchi from Fall River, Nova Scotia. Man, is this tough.
He's knocking out his required scissor work right from the start. A nice swing. Traveling from one end of the horse to the other. Judges want to see a light swing, not muscled movement. He's doing a nice job there into his dismount, full and a half pirouette. Great routine.
Well, you can always count on David Kikuchi to get cleanly through the pommel horse. It's not always the case.
Let's see his face after the routine. He was not fully satisfied. Remember, these athletes, this is an ongoing preparation heading into the World Championships. He knows he can do better, even though it was a great routine.
Coached by his parents, Tak and Mary Kikuchi in Fall River. Student at Dalhousie University in Halifax.
Tough single pommel work here, blind hand placement.
9.4, good opening mark for David Kikuchi. Richard Aikita comes up next, can be forgiven for looking beyond this event.
I use this as like a sort of like a stepping stone to get ready for training camps that are coming up and World Championships, which are at the end of this year. So, and just to sort of like, I guess, place myself among where the other guys are going to be. Just to see like where I would sort of rank in the team, I guess, because like the team is the most important. So whether I'm going to be a specialist or an all-rounder, this is what I have to find out.
Lori, love the way he says that. The team is the most important thing. This guy first appeared at the World Championships in 1993 in Birmingham, England.
And he could be a huge contributor on this event. His phenomenal style. Wonderful lines. He's in trouble there, though. Oh, and he's off. Richard's known for his difficulty and his style on this event. Take a look at what went wrong here. He went from his single pommel work. He was trying to do Russians on a single pommel. That is tough difficulty. He lost his balance. One wrong hand placement, and you're off on this event.
Big deduction for the fall, known for his great lines, the 29-year-old from British Columbia.
There's his scissor work. Heading into his final flop sequence, pressing up to handstand pirouette, a little off there. Tough break for Richard.
Not the best pommel horse routine he will deliver in the course of his career.
He talked about gaining valuable experience and seeing where he ranks among the team. Normally, he is one of the best pommel horse workers on this team. Got to keep in mind, though, that this is the third day of competition for these men.
Won a silver on the pommels at the Commonwealth Games in '98. 8-9, a disappointing score. A large part of that was the fall. Here's his brother, Ken Aikita, 21 years old, 4 years on the national team. Born in Kamloops. The family now lives in Abbotsford.
And this is his best event, and just like his brother Richard, he has fantastic technique and style, and a routine packed full of difficulty. Look at the extension in his hips, wonderful. There's the Russians. Oh, he's muscling it, and he's off too. My goodness.
Really tried to muscle it, as you say, and stay on the horse, but the hands just couldn't keep their pivot. He was off.
I thought he was home free after completing the Russians, but he lost his balance. It's important to continue strong. Again, Russians into his dismount. 3 circles. Good finish.
Both Ken and Richard are coached by their dad, Mitz Aikita, as well as Takashi Kobayashi in Abbotsford for the Twisters.
Scott, this event requires a lot of natural ability, good shoulder flexibility, and hours of training. You can see the precision involved in every hand placement. He had the mistake in the middle of the routine, but he finished strong right here for the dismount. Another tough break.
See how his score measures up. Ken Aikita survives the fall to score a 9, 1/10 better than his brother Richard, and puts himself in second place behind David Kikuchi. Now Casey Sandy, the youngster on the team.
First-year senior with tremendous talent and big difficulty in this routine. His form is a little bit more sloppy than we saw from Richard and from Ken. Something that experience will help clean up. All right, great job.
Well, the routine was loaded. He stayed on the horse for quite a long time. He's got a better a 9-4 by Kikuchi.
He has a high start value, a 10-0 start value. There will be deductions for the knee bands. Body's a little bit out of a line, but bottom line is he stayed on.
Well, Casey Sandy, a 9-4-2-5 to claim the pommel horse title. David Kikuchi of Fall River, Nova Scotia, second at 9-4. Ken Aikita outdistances his brother Richard with a 9 to make it into the bronze medal position. Here's Kim.
Congratulations, Casey. This is your first national gold. You had a great routine beating out Ken Aikita and David Kikuchi. What were you expecting going in?
Oh, I was just planning to just go to the competition and just do my routine the way I usually do it in training every day.
What was the key to your strong performance on the pommel horse today?
I think the key for this is just staying on the horse and getting the job done.
Still ahead on today's show, the precarious nature of the balance beam for the women. And in the men's vault, Kyle Schufeld attempts to soar here in Saskatoon. But now we turn our attention to the uneven bars for the women and put a little swing into things. First up, we'll get a look at Laura Ann Chong of British Columbia. Adjusting her hand grips. And the key here is to get the swing and to stay on.
Stalled her full on the low bar. Laura Ann is a young gymnast gaining some valuable experience competing in these national championships finals. From the same club that Gail Mackey is from. There's her major release move, a pike Jaeger. Giant full. Pack salto down to the low bar. She's swinging very nicely and really nice form as well.
Omega Gymnastics is the club that Laura Ann Chong represents.
Dismount, double front. Good job. Solid routine. Start value is a 9.5. She'd like to start to connect some of these elements to more difficult skills to gain some bonus points. Giant half, double front.
The effort of Laura Ann Chong of British Columbia, and here is the result it yields. 8.65. And Lori, once again, Canadians pushing the envelope here.
The Canadian model encourages the risk takers, those performing the E and Super E level skills. Also on bars, the judges will be looking to bonus clear hips, stalders, and soul circle elements with half or full turns. And a major release move that is directly connected to a D level skill will also receive bonus.
Gail Mackey of British Columbia, also of Omega Gymnastics, and really the tiny mite here on the uneven bars.
She is so extremely talented, coached by Vladimir Lashin. You can see him stepping in for a difficult skill there. And she's off. Her hand slips. Take a look at what happens here. Casting up. It's a toe on, toe off, half. Take a look at the hand position. It's an eagle grip. That left hand slips. That's a tough break.
Back up now for Gail to resume the routine. She's only 14 years of age.
Again, gaining valuable experience here as well. She has to repeat the combination to get the bonus. She's successful second time around. Giant 1.5, giant full. She'll head down to the low bar, bail to handstand. Dismount full and back out, sees the landing. Pretty good finish to this bar routine. What a tough break there in the middle. Taking a look at the dismount, full and back out, a little close to the bar, but you said it, she's so tiny. She's able to complete that skill with no problem.
Heavily traveled this competitive season, been to Australia, the Netherlands, Anaheim, California. 8.55 for Gail Mackey out of British Columbia. Back to the bars now, and the 19-year-old Ashley Peckett from Gymnastics Mississauga.
Floor and vault traditionally are Ashley's best events, but after several ankle injuries, she's been able to get a lot of hours in the gym on this event. Giant full to Tkachev.
Alex Bard backs out now after spotting her on that release skill.
Giant 1.5, she'll head down to the low bar. She is muscling that handstand. She really wanted to show that vertical position. A little shy of handstand. And the dismount, double layout, beautiful stretch position, pretty good landing. See the intricate pirouette work down to the low bar for the bail to handstand. She's really muscling that, trying to show the vertical position. An area that Canada is lacking a little bit on this event is with the difficulty, and that's something that this Canadian model is trying to encourage, trying to steer them down the right path in terms of routine composition, and to encourage them to raise the bar, to throw those big skills.
She competed at the 2002 World Championships in Hungary. 8.65 the score for Ashley Peckett of Ontario here on the uneven bars. And now we go back to the winner of the vault, Melanie Banville.
Jump half pirouette, free hip half. Melanie is definitely hitting all of her handstands. Giant full directly in the vertical position. To her Tkachev, nice job. Another giant full, giant half. She'll head down to the low bar. That's the way to do it. Bail handstand. Gaining speed here. She needs big rotation for the double layout. Not a problem.
Well, 15-year-old Melanie Banville, originally from Long Sault, Ontario, is really having a great Canadian National Championships.
You can really see her confidence building with every routine that she competes. She was second in the all-around, and she was so thrilled to be that successful, and we're seeing it pay off here. Excellent handstand position on the low bar, back up to the high bar, a clean routine. Again, the start value would like to be a little bit higher if they want to compete with the best in the world, but a consistent and clean job by Melanie.
Will it yield results? And the answer is yes, a 9-1 for Melanie on the uneven bars. That means she wins her second national championship. She also claimed the vault. 9-1 is the score. Ashley Peckett of Ontario and Laura Ann Chung of British Columbia tie for second place. The score is an 8-6-5, but Melanie Banville is on a roll here at the Saskatoon Fieldhouse. Melanie, 15 years old, from the Ottawa Gymnastics Center and coached by Toby Gorman and Lori Iarulo. A second gold medal here at the National Championships in Saskatoon. And there she is on the podium, flanked by Laura Ann Chong and Ashley Peckett. One of the most popular personalities here at the Fieldhouse is Steve McLean, a former Canadian gymnast, now an astronaut. We'll catch up with him after the break as we continue our coverage of the Canadian Gymnastics Championships from Saskatoon. The tumbling and trampoline national championships from the Fieldhouse here in Saskatoon will be aired next Saturday at 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific across the network. Steve McLean signing autographs. He was a Canadian gymnast in the 1970s, been to space once and caught up with Kim Babbage.
Dr. Steve McLean wasn't supposed to be here. The Canadian astronaut and laser physicist was scheduled to be on his second flight into space during the Canadian Gymnastics Championships. But the Columbia shuttle crash saw his flight delayed, and McLean returned to a life he lived a long time ago, far, far away.
Space really is an icon of hope, and all of us strongly feel that with respect to how we live down here on the Earth. And I recognize, because of sport, if you work hard at something, you got a much better chance at succeeding at it. If you work hard at it, it's surprising what you end up doing. I actually made national team in 1976 and 1977, just after Montreal. But when I'm in a pool with my 300-pound suit on, training for a spacewalk, sometimes it's deja vu. It's like you're doing something and you realize, well, I was thinking like this when I was doing something on high bar. It's now almost, it's about 3 months since the accident, and it's still pretty emotional to be in there and to see the vehicle. I've always known that it's dangerous business, and yeah, I lost 2 very close friends on that flight, and it makes it very hard. But you know, I accepted that risk a long time ago.
Steve McLean, so accomplished and a tremendous inspiration to many of the athletes here in Saskatoon. We go now to the men's rings, and this is Brett Covey competing for Alberta. Brett is the NCAA champion on the rings out of the University of Oklahoma.
Backup rise into his first strength element. There will be 4 in a row. There's number 3. Backward roll into another iron cross. No repetition is allowed on this event except with the strength elements. You may use a strength hold twice to achieve the needed bonus points. And just like every other event, they're looking for 1.2 in bonus here. Finishing up with a double layout, nails the landing. What a strong start. This is going to be a tough final.
Talk about setting the bar high. Brett Covey has surely done that.
Saw his iron cross. He had perfect position. They want to see the holds, these strength elements, flat and held for at least 2 seconds. Another requirement is a swing to handstand. A little bent elbows at the end of the handstand. And then, of course, the dismount. It must be stuck. Good amplitude.
Brett is the American Collegiate Champion. 9-6-5 his score on the rings. 22-year-old Grant Golding is also challenging for a spot on the world team. Seems like everybody's got that on his mind.
I think it's important for each of us to go out there with our own goals at the same time as wanting to qualify a team, because when you have your own personal goal, then it helps the team as well. But I think we all have to just come together as a unit and work hard to make the team qualify as well.
Grant had a tough time at the '99 World Championships and even played with the idea of quitting. He reassessed his goals, came back, and was the top all-around finisher at the 2001 World Championships, 22nd all-around. He is strong and can contribute to this Canadian team on 6 events.
Yes, Laurie, we were there in Ghent, Belgium, and saw him perform so well for the Canadian side. Born in Maple Ridge, BC, now lives in Calgary, Alberta.
Beautiful control in his handstand. Giant back up to handstand, still maintaining that control. Nice job. Oh, and he adds difficulty to the dismount, adds the full twist to that double layout that we saw Brett Covey do. Great job. Here's his Maltese. Bounce to iron cross. Look at the strain this event puts on your bodies. These men are so strong. That iron cross is phenomenal. Nice and flat, straight line from wrist to wrist.
Don't like that score. 9.65. Not enough to catch Brett Covey, who had a 9.65. But Grant Goulding is in the game. David Kikuchi now up to the rings.
David has added a little extra to the middle of his routine. There's an inverted cross. Back down to his Maltese. Oh, excellent position there on his planche. And the crowd likes it. Very appreciative of great gymnastics here. And the dismount, it's a double layout, beautiful stretch, not a problem on the landing, no movement. This should score well.
5 years on the national team for the 23-year-old Nova Scotian.
Come on, Hugh. Hands.
Little swing of the rings there on that difficult inverted cross. It's a nice job of showing off each position in these strength elements, and that's something that the judges are really keeping an eye on.
At a 9.4 to be second on the pommel horse. 9.7 for David Kikuchi, and that will win him this event. So David Kikuchi with a 9.7 takes the gold. Brett Covey 9.65 to take the silver. Grant Goulding will be the bronze medalist. Here's Kim.
The whole field was very, very strong. Were you expecting to come out on top?
Not really, no. There's 5 or 6 guys, or everybody that could have won today, and I was just lucky to come out on top.
What was it about your routine that put you there?
I'm not sure. Some of my positions were a little better than in the first couple of days, and I added a little thing in the middle, and I guess that was it.
David Kikuchi of Fall River, Nova Scotia has a gold medal to go along with his silver on the pommel horse, and a spectacular routine to score a 9.7 here in Saskatoon. When we return, the thin line, the balance beam, is next. We're back and approaching the midway point of the gymnastics competition here in Saskatoon. And already, Laurie, the unexpected has happened. Kyle Schufeld has been defeated by Brandon O'Neill in the floor exercise. What do you make of that?
Well, a major upset, maybe, but let's give Brandon his dues. He defended his national title with style. He showed incredible difficulty, and bottom line is he hit. Kyle gave it away on the landings, and those are some of the small details Kyle's going to look to try to fine-tune before the World Championships. 2
events are done for the women. Coming up is the balance beam, which is always an interesting event, and it's either make it or break it.
Canada has a reputation worldwide as a team that always performs unique elements, and we're going to see that kind of style from Gail Mackey and Lydia Williams. To be successful at the World Championships, Canada not only has to hit the beam, but they have to stand out, and this is something that these finalists can do very well.
Still to come at these championships, the men's high bar. We're expecting a great performance from Alexander Jelkov, but sooner rather than later, the women will have to walk the line. Make it now for Torontonian Lydia Williams representing Sports Seneca.
We mentioned the unique elements that will be performed on this apparatus. Take a look at this mount. 3 flares. It's a D-level skill and definitely something unique in this competition and worldwide, but somewhat of a tradition for Seneca athletes. It was actually created by Leah Homa, and it's called the Homa in the Code of Points.
Coached on the beam by Sports Seneca's Carol Angela Orchard. High hopes for this athlete. She's already been to the Netherlands, Romania, Anaheim in this spring season.
She's always been consistent and strong in the gym, but has had a problem in the past putting it together in competition. She's building a lot of confidence. There's another unique skill, very traditional Seneca skill, the illusion turn. And here's her acro series. She was training this very hard yesterday in the gym, working on the rhythm. Very good job there. Switch leap, tuck full, little problem right there. These turning jumps are so difficult. Another tough skill, double turn, not a problem. Split full, slight wobble. We heard the bell. That's a warning. She has 10 seconds to dismount to stay in time. Front 1.5. Pretty good job. She fought through this routine. Taking a look at the back tuck, back tuck. This is such a tough combination to get credit for. She kept the rhythm moving smoothly. She should receive credit for that acro series.
16-year-old native of Pretoria, South Africa, now living and training in Canada. 8.75 for Lydia Williams. Lori, they're pushing it on the beam.
Again, the Canadian model is encouraging those difficult elements. The E and Super E level elements will get a 10th bonus, and a dismount that's a D or higher also gets a 10th bonus, and that's on top of the bonus that's awarded by the FIG code.
The star of the meet for the women so far, Melanie Banville, gold medals on the vault and the uneven bars.
Melanie really has come a long way in 1 year. She was 19th all around at last year's national championships. And now, second in the all-around and already 2 golds here in the finals. Back handspring layout, solid. Full twisting wolf jump. Slight wobble there. If there's more than 2/10 deduction on an element, they don't get credit for the difficulty. Not a problem there. Another D-level skill, the front tuck. Seeing a little bit of a different style right now. They've noticed internationally a lot of the combination of skills are not getting credit for their connection. So we're seeing them separate the skills, do 1 or 2 difficult skills on their own, so they're guaranteed, if they hit it, to get the bonus. Big skill there, an E-level jump. That's a switch side with an extra half turn.
Canadian women gymnasts forced to get ready in a hurry. The veterans Kate Richardson, Lise LeVay, Michelle Conway are all gone.
Gymnastics Canada has done a pretty good job in trying to give these girls some international experience, get their name out there, and to allow them to compete with some of the best in the world. They've competed in Romania, the Netherlands, having some successful competitions there.
Well, a clean routine. Melanie Banville stays on the beam. 2 gold medals already to her credit, and a nice job here.
This code of points is so tough. They have to get 1.2 in bonus, and quite often that means many single skills done one after the other. They have to take each element as it comes. There's a required full turn. You can see the precision it takes with the feet, and a big dismount, a 2.5 twist. That's a D. So according to the Canadian model, she will receive an extra 10th on top of the 10th that she gets with the FIG code.
Scores well, 9-1-5, no room for error. Now the favorite event for 14-year-old Gail Mackey of British Columbia.
Nice combination here. Front aerial, switch side. She broke the combination, but will still get credit for each one of those elements. And my favorite skill of the competition, it's an Anodi tick-tock. Beautiful. Right into a pike full. Oh, nice save on that jump. One arm back handspring layout, and she's off. Back leg was out of line on that acro series. A tough break.
Steadies herself, right back up.
This is the national all-around champion here. She's having a tough competition here in the finals. Showing off tremendous back flexibility, beautiful dance skills. Helps her stand out from the rest. Switch leap, tuck full. Again, another one of those twisting jumps. Seeing the girls have a lot of difficulty with. Right into the dismount. Routine is a minute and a half long, double back.
Well, the fall will hurt.
Yes, absolutely. Here's her jump series, switch leap, tuck full. Didn't complete the turn on that tuck full jump. Looks like she's holding back just slightly, something that with valuable experience, she will be able to correct. Nice angle there, showing off her back flexibility. She finished strong with this double tuck dismount.
Out of Langley, British Columbia, Gail Mackey scores an 8.85. Remember, 5/10 deducted for the fall early in that routine. Now Kylie Stone, the powerhouse, out of Calgary, Alberta.
Boom, front mount, solid as a rock there. Talk about a confidence builder right at the start of your routine. Switch side. One arm back handspring layout. Again, another solid acro series. That was the same acro series that we saw Gail fall on. Not a problem for Kylie. Squaring up her popa.
Won a bronze medal in the team competition at Manchester 2002. Also won another bronze medal in the floor exercise.
Slight bobble on her switch side half. She's very calm and very focused on this event. Taking one element at a time. Big skill, side summy. Nice plie on the landing that lowers her center of gravity, helps absorb that power, keeps her on the beam. Finishing up, two back handsprings, double tuck, chest a little low on the landing, but what a great routine. She was focused, hitting every skill, taking one element at a time.
Very solid performance by Kylie Stone of Calgary. Still a very young Canadian team.
Switch to switch side. I'd like to see a little bit more amplitude. The judges are looking for that 180-degree split in all of the leaps and jumps. One arm back handspring layout, not a problem there. And of course the side summy, it's a D-level skill. She gets a 10th of bonus here. Perfect position in the air and an easy landing.
All in all, the elements were there for Kylie Stone in this beam routine.
Kylie actually had a 10.1 start value. You can only get a 10 at the FIG level at World Championships, but because of the Canadian model, she threw that extra difficulty and it increased her start value.
Reaps the rewards with a 9.425 to take the gold medal. Melanie Banville strong again with a 9.15. Gail Mackey 8.85. Kim now is with the new national champion on the beam. Here is Kylie Stone.
Congratulations, Kylie. You were fourth coming into this event after the preliminaries. What did you have to do to climb up to top spot?
Just concentrate on my routines and go confident, try not to think about the judges. I was kind of nervous, but yeah, I was pretty confident with them.
As a young gymnast, she has been frustrated in the past. Not this time. Kylie Stone stands atop the podium as the gold medalist on the beam. Coming up next, the men's vault and Kyle Schufeld of Calgary.
Now on.
Welcome back to our coverage of the Canadian Gymnastics Championships from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Scott Russell along with Laurie Strong-Ballard at the Fieldhouse in Saskatoon on the campus of the University of Saskatchewan. As we get set now for the men's vault, this is a one-shot deal, and who better to provide it than Kyle Schufelt? High hopes of perhaps a gold medal at the World Championships.
He's phenomenal on this event, throwing big-time difficulty. Check out the height on that Yurchenko 2.5 twist. Pretty clean on the landing. Kyle has fantastic air awareness, and you definitely need it on this style of vault. It's a blind landing. Count them, 2.5 twists. A lot of numbers to know exactly where you are. Strong block off the horse. You can see him rock the horse. That's ideal, and that's where he gets his big-time height.
Commonwealth Games champion on the vault, has won World Cup medals here, 9-7. That's the reason why he can gain the big score.
That will be the vault to beat.
Brandon O'Neill outdueled Schufelt for the title here on floor exercise, the 19-year-old from Edmonton.
Yurchenko double twist, step out on the landing, good distance on this vault. Again, a little bit lower difficulty than Kyle's 2.5 twisting Yurchenko. This new vaulting table has allowed the men to really up the difficulty on this event. They can be more aggressive. The confidence is there because the larger surface area allows them to get a good, strong, safe block. Nice job by Brandon.
Score is 9-4, a full 3/10 lower than his competitor and rival Kyle Schufelt, who's in with a 9-7. Casey Sandy had a great routine on the pommel horse to win it.
Brandon's start value is 2/10 lower than Kyle's. This is the same vault that Kyle did. The Yurchenko 2.5 twist, not quite as clean in the air, and of course the step out on the landing, but you can see the potential there. He's going to be a strong vaulter in the future. Give him a little bit more competition experience and a little more confidence, and of course the numbers in the gym. We're going to see some strong vaults from Casey in the future.
Most of the Canadian men are representing the Western provinces. Casey Sandy, the lone voice here from Ontario in terms of being in the thick of things. 9.55 is a great score on the vault, but Kyle Schufelt takes the gold medal. Sandy is second. Brandon O'Neill of Alberta has the bronze. Here is Kim with Kyle Schufelt, the champion.
Congratulations, Kyle Schufelt. You were the one to beat here today on vault. How confident did you feel?
I felt pretty confident going in. I'm pretty consistent on that vault, so I knew that if I could do my job, then I would definitely be in the medals, and I'm glad I'm first.
You maybe didn't do as well on floor as you had hoped. How much pressure did you feel to do well on the vault here?
Well, I didn't feel that much pressure to do well on vault. I'm pretty consistent on that, so I try not to let my nerves play any role. And also about floor, I did a very good routine today, and Brandon was awesome, so I'm happy. I scored 9.6, and that's good. And again, this is just another step towards Worlds, so the more routines I do, the more practice I get to make it perfect. So.
Kyle Schufelt in full preparation mode for the World Championships, as is Alexander Jelkov. Still to come, of course, his high bar final. He should be explosive there, but we're going the women's floor exercise here, and this is the marquee event, Laurie, for the women at any championships. All kinds of artistry and athleticism involved. Here's Ashley Peckett.
A favorite event for the fans who are watching, and also a favorite event for many of these athletes. It really allows them to show off and show a little bit of their personality in their dance and to let loose. Stumble on her double turn, but this is a great event for Ashley as well. Although because of the ankle injury, she's been slow coming back. She just started training this tumbling pass, the full and back out, a week before Nationals. Little bounce out on the landing. She needs a few more numbers in the gym before Worlds, before World Trials, to get the consistency there.
Under the tutelage of Alex Bard and Svetlana Dekteva at Gymnastics Mississauga.
2 whips to a double pike. Clean on that pass. double cat 1.5. Trying to find that extra bonus in the dance. They need 1.2 in bonus. See them try to achieve that through their tumbling and through the dance skills, although it's much easier to get it through the tumbling. 2 fronts to a 2.5 twist. Very interesting last pass. All right, a good solid routine. She's starting to come back.
A few little bobbles at the start for 19-year-old Ashley Peckett, but she cleaned it up nicely towards the back half of the routine.
She has a 10-0 start value. This first pass was pretty big. Nice power. A little bit of a pike down on the landing. She landed on her heels. That caused her to bounce out of bounds. 2 whips to a double pike. Clean landing there.
The senior gymnast here, 9-4, the opening score for Ashley Peckett of Ontario on the floor exercise.
And once again, taking a look at the Canadian model, the gymnast will receive a 10th of bonus for those E or higher double salto skills. So they're like the full in that we saw Ashley compete just now, and D or higher final passes.
Kylie Stone, and this is an event where she can do very well. Obviously, she's already won the gold medal on the balance beam. She was the bronze medalist at the Commonwealth Games in Manchester on the floor.
This is where her athletic ability will definitely pay off in the tumbling, but she also has a nice style to her dance. Big time, full in. Landing on a landing mat, that is allowed. And also probably important at this point in their preparation. You don't want to take any short landings and risk the possibility of spraining an ankle or jamming an ankle. They really do have a tough summer ahead of them. World trials in July, training camps, Pan American Games, and right from Pan Ams to World Championships. Oh, big time double Arabian, 1 small step. Just like beam, the judges are being really strict on giving those combination bonuses for the dance elements. This is something that the coaches really need to keep an eye on and assess before the World Championships, whether or not they should just separate the 2 elements and guarantee the bonus for the 2 separate elements, or to risk the possibility of combining them and getting none of the bonus. Finishing with a whip to a double pike, she will receive an extra 10th, according to the Canadian model. Great, powerful routine.
At the Commonwealth Games, she was 15 years old and comparatively the baby of the Canadian team. But with the retirement of many of those senior members, she has plenty of experience now and will be expected to carry the torch into Anaheim.
Whip back to double pike. She finishes this routine with ease. You can see that her endurance is there. She's been training well. Physically, she is in shape. Now it just means polishing those moves, possibly adding a few more difficult elements.
Wow, 9.625 for the Calgarian Kylie Stone. Melanie Banville of Ontario has been on fire throughout these championships on the final day. 2 gold medals, the vault, the uneven bars, and a silver on the balance beam. Now she'll try to wrap it up on the floor.
Kylie's in the lead right now. This is such a competitive final. Melanie can definitely challenge for another gold medal here. She opens with a piked full in. Gorgeous. I'd say the best pass of the competition so far. Combination of elements, 1.5 through to a triple full, a little shy of the twist on that triple twist.
That's Andrei Rodnyenko, the national head coach, watching very closely in the behind there.
He is keeping a close eye on these athletes, seeing how they're handling the pressure, really critiquing their routines to see what needs to be worked on at the training camps, to see if there needs to be some changes in terms of composition. throughout the routine. Turgetet with an extra full twist. She gains bonus points there. Big breath before that last tumbling pass. This is the most difficult one in terms of endurance. It's double pike, finishing with a D. Oh, fantastic job.
Well, you can hear the crowd. Everybody is very impressed with 15-year-old Melanie Banville.
Melanie truly is a delight to watch. Big time tumbling. She plays up the dance very nicely. You know, she really has a lot of fun with her gymnastics, and that shows on this event.
Trying to beat a 9.625 from Kylie Stone. And the 15-year-old will do it. 9.725, make it 3 gold medals for Melanie Banville of Ontario at these national championships. 9.725, a glittering result. Kylie Stone, also a great championships. She's second. And Ashley Packett, another Ontarian from Gymnastics Mississauga, is third. There's Steve McLean, the astronaut, presenting another gold medal to Melanie Banville of Ottawa, Ontario, as she takes her 3rd gold medal here at these championships. She's the star in Saskatoon. No question about that. We'll return to the field house at the University of Saskatchewan in just a moment as our coverage of the national championships continues.
My Olympic dream.
Trampoline making inroads in Saskatchewan. We'll have the national championships next Saturday at 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific across the network. The men's parallel bars, the penultimate event here, and here is a local favorite, Rhett Stinson of Saskatoon.
He was first on this final at last year's national championships and recently 4th at the Romanian International. Rhett has a lot of competition experience.
26-year-old, 8 years on the national team.
Each basket, double salto to upper arms. There's another big skill planned here. Front salto, straddle position to upper arm support. Nice job on that element. The idea is to keep continuous movement through the press into the Healy. Nice routine so far, just the dismount, small step on the landing. That's a 10-0 start value routine. The difficulty is there, and he hit every skill.
Rhett's got world championship experience. He competed for Canada in 1997 in Lausanne, Switzerland.
Nice handstand positions. Judges are looking for a smooth, clean swing all the way through to the handstand and then right away into that Healy. Dismount was clean, a little stiff with the legs on the landings. He had to take the step.
Waiting for the mark, and it's a solid 9.525 for the reigning national champion on the P-bars. Richard Aikida has all the ability in the world on this event. Has medaled at major international competitions on the parallel bars. Won a silver at the '98 Commonwealth Games in Kuala Lumpur here.
His toughest skill comes right at the start of the routine. See a combination from a peach basket. Similar to Rhett's element, but he adds a front salto, a counter salto at the end of it. Great job. And the dismount, very clean, fantastic landing.
But was there enough there to catch Rhett Stinson of Saskatchewan, who is in with a 9.525?
What will hurt Richard is his start value is only a 9.5 compared to Rhett's start value of a 10.0. He did have a nice difficult combination there and very clean lines throughout the routine, so not a whole lot of of deductions. In terms of form, take a look at his handstand positions, nice and tight. And of course, that stuck dismount goes a long way. But I'm not sure if the start value will be high enough to beat Rhett's fantastic routine.
29-year-old Richard Aikida competing at his 18th national championship. Of course, some of those as a novice and a junior. But a 9.225 will leave him back of the reigning champion, Rhett Stinson. 9.525 for Stinson of Saskatoon. Richard Aikida is second. David Kikuchi takes the bronze medal. Here is Kim now with the two-time national champion.
Rick, congratulations on the gold. You had a really high degree of difficulty going in. What did you know you'd have to do to get the top score?
I've had a little trouble in the past with my dismount, so second day of competition I fell on it, so that was kind of the big worry there, but got through it.
How hard was it to watch the rest of the field knowing that you'd set the bar so high, pardon the pun, going in?
It was all right. I think my start value is high enough, and I kind of felt if I went through and hit, it's good enough.
Up next, Schufelt and Jelkov showdown on the high bar. Action. And so we begin with the silver medalist from the World Championships in 1999, Tianjin, China. This is Quebec's Alexander Jelkov, up to the bar.
And always one of the most exciting events for the men. We're starting off with the best competitor here. Big time difficulty. Stretched Kovacs. He can repeat. Oh. Wow, what an uncharacteristic mistake.
Well, the fall will almost immediately end his chances, pending what Kyle Schufelt, Richard Aikida can do. If they stay on the bar, then that's almost an end to gold medal hopes for Jelkov.
He has a decision to make here. Should he repeat the element so that he can still have that 10-0 start value? Looks like he will. This time, a success. Nice combination work there. Required in-bar element. And the dismount, very clean, sky high, full twisting double layout. Not a problem on the landing.
Well, the clues are there that Jelkov has all the potential on this event to be on the medal podium in Anaheim at the World Championships.
Almost over-tapped this element, 1.5, a hop 1.5 to mixed grip. Over-tapped it and twisted a little too early. He was unable to get that left arm into position to catch the bar.
He did have the 10-0 start value. The 5 gone for the fall. 9-3 the result for Jelkov. Now it's up to Kyle Schufelt, and he'll be guided to the bar by his coach, Kelly Manjak, from the Altador Gymnastics Club in Calgary. And here goes Kyle.
Kyle's known for his power events, vaults and floor, but he's extremely talented on this event. He's a risk taker, and we'll see it there. A huge element. It's called a def. Big bonus. Kyle has really developed a level of maturity in his gymnastics, and you can see it, and you can feel the confidence in every performance. And he takes every competition as a stepping stone to improve himself and the way that he competes. Double twisting, double layout, small step on the landing. His start value will be lower than Sasha's. Only a 9.5 versus Alexander's 10.0 start value. He did have that big release element, the def, and a nice strong dismount, a clean routine, but he was missing some of the combinations that we saw from Alexander.
The finish in just a couple of steps for Kyle Schufelt. The score is 9-2, which leaves him a full 10th back of Alexander Jelkov of Montreal, which leaves this wide open for Richard Aikida, the 29-year-old veteran of British Columbia. There's his dad, Mitz Aikida, longtime coach of Richard. Up to the bar now. And what you'll see here is clean form, no question about that.
The door is definitely wide open, and Richard has the difficulty planned. There's the same skill that Alexander had a problem with in its same combination. Straight to Kachev, nice height. This is the high-flying event. He'll finish big time strong, double twisting, double layout. A little lack of rotation. He had to hop out on the landing. You could tell he was so aware of himself that he bent his knees at the end of the dismount. Here's the catch of the release element. Take a look at how much that high bar bends. The gymnast can really use it to set the direction into the dismounts and on the release skills.
Tons of snap in the routine for Richard Aikita. A little falter at the end, but he has enough. 9.45 to outdistance Alexander Jelkov, who had a 9.3, and Aikita has a gold medal at these national championships. Once again, the score 9.45 for Richard Aikita. Alexander Jelkov 9.3. David Kikuchi with the bronze. Here's Kim Babich with the national champion.
Richard Aikita, congratulations on your victory on high bar. You had such a high degree of difficulty. How hard was it to make it stick?
Well, it was a little tricky today. You know, it was like a long wait throughout the entire day, but I just went up there and just focused on each move one at a time. So, you know, it was easier to get through. Instead of thinking the whole routine all at once, it just little pieces at a time, and I just got through it.
This was your 18th Canadian championship. You were the overall champion today, but earlier in the week you were talking about how important this event was as a team-building event. What were the goals that you had coming in that respect?
Well, for myself, my goal was just to show that I can, you know, contribute a lot of scores to the team. I think at the same time I wanted to push the other guys to their limits to see, you know, how well we do as a team. So I think everyone looked really good this week. So you know, we're on a good track.
Congratulations, Richard. Thank you very much. Now that the Canadian Championships are over, both the male and female athletes will go on to world trials in order to determine who will go to the World Championships in Anaheim in August. Scott?
Kim, we should encourage Canadians to get used to these faces. Melanie Banville's a bright hope. So is Calgary's Kyle Schufelt. He has designs on a world championship. Kylie Stone, power personified at 16, building an international reputation. Sasha Jelkov's already got one. He'll target a return to medal status in Anaheim. Gail Mackey's the picture of youthful optimism. Richard Aikita brings experience. Now to Bruce Rainey.